Hey, how's it going? And today we are going to explore the error method. That's ERR method. This allows you to throw an error in your code. So if something happens or the code goes a certain way and you want to shut the program down and generate a message, this is what you could use it for. Right now I'm just in a blank island template and I have a verse device in the scene, and this is all in code. If we could talk a little bit about the error method. If we click on it here, you'll see that it takes in a string and it outputs a false value. Not only does it take in a string and output a false value, it stops the code from running. So what I have right here is this line of code right here would stop all this code from running. So if we run this right now, and let's go ahead and run it right now so you can see. It's already built, so I'm going to go ahead and start over. And you'll see that nothing happens because the error message stopped anything from happening. So if I hit escape and I go back here and I look at my output log, you'll see that I got an error message, a runtime error, stops the code from running, prints error message. So that's one way you can use it, just to stop things. But now I'm just going to comment that out. Okay, so now what we've got going on here is we've got a is number. It's an option of the integer type, and we're setting it to false. And remember, an option can be set to either false or one other value, some other value. So here we're setting it to an integer, so this can be any number, any integer, or it could be set to false. So here we're initializing it to false. Here we're just creating a variable random number. Down here, we're setting the random number. We're getting the random int, which is out of this module here. You have to have the random module here. A number between 1 and 20. And what I'm trying to do is just create an event that could go either one way or another. So that's all I'm trying to do. So here we just print out the random number so I know what it is. And then here, if the random number is less than 10, what we do is we can set the option of integer type to false, which is already set to false, but here we're just going to set it again to false. And then we're going to print out a message here saying that it's under 10 clog, an error message is going to generate, because we're going to make error generate down here. And if the number is 10 or higher, then we're going to set the is number option to whatever the random number is. And then we're going to print it's 10 or over, no error message. Now this is the most interesting line of code in this whole thing. So what we do here is we're creating a constant, and it's of an integer type. And if is number, here we're unpacking is number, we're querying this variable and we're asking what's inside of you. And if it's an integer, if it happened to be sent as an integer right here, then the check number will be set to whatever that integer is. Now what's interesting is that we can use this or outside of an if statement. And so if this is true, if this turns out to be doable, or this succeeds this, then or still works. I didn't know that you could use or outside of an if statement. So if this succeeds, then that's all that's done. But if there's not an integer in here, then this message is going to generate here. So that's interesting. I didn't know we could use the or outside of an if statement. So let's go ahead and build this code and take a look at what we got. And we'll just push these changes. Stop the game. So we'll come in here, and I'll have to start and stop it maybe a couple times. So we'll go start game. The random value is 5. It's under 10. See the log. There's an error message. Okay, so let's go in here and see if we got an error message. There's two places that it could be. If I hit tab here and go to log, you'll see we did. Check num is set to false. It contains no integer. So it worked. It did work. Okay. And then let's go back in and run the game one more time and see if we can get a value over 10. There we go. So now we get random value is 10 and over, no error message. So in the game. And let's see. This is going to be coming to the output log here. No error message. Right. Okay. Yep. That's everything seems to be working as planned. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you next time.